Now next, we are running a bit short of time, so I do beg people for restricting your time to 10 minutes. Actually, there's only one, Father Frank Gelli. He's the founder and coordinator of the Akardash Network, spiritual fellowship devoted to Muslim-Christian friendship and reconciliation. His interests range from literature, poetry, paintings, arts, spirituality, and especially mysticism. He has just finished writing a book on the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and is currently working on another one on Jesus, peace be upon him. Can I invite you to speak for 10 minutes? Then the rest of our speakers will be very short interventions. Please. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. In the name of the one true God, my good friends, it's wonderful to be with you today. A friend told me that the custodians of the great shrine of Fatima in Portugal, Our Lady of Fatima, and Fatima is actually a place. The custodians noticed a large number of Muslims attending the shrine. And of course they knew that Mary, Ibn Maryam, Jesus, son of Mary in Quran, they knew that, but still they wondered why do these Muslims come to the shrine. So they asked them, and the answer was just one word: Fatima, Fatima, the beloved daughter of our Prophet. That is why we are here. And so I think this anecdote speaks for itself. It brings together these two women, Mary and Fatima. And the power of the name of these women still draws and stirs the souls of believers. The great scholar of Islam, French scholar Louis Massignon, had no compunction in comparing Fatima to the Virgin Mary in Christianity. For Massignon, Fatima is the mistress of a tent of hospitality. Hospitality, that very high and beautiful and noble virtue which is typical of the Semitic religions. If you are in an Arab country, or indeed in any Semitic culture, you will see hospitality at work, and how beautiful that is. The hospitality which also Ibrahim offered in the book of Genesis chapter 18, there are three men who appeared to Abraham and to Sarah, and Sarah and Abraham are there at the tent of hospitality and offer food and gifts to the three men who are actually three angels. And in the Orthodox tradition, that is actually called the philosophy of Abraham, the love of Abraham for the stranger. Fatima, the compassionate hostess, also Massignon calls her the hostess of the Prophet's freedmen, referring to the non-Arab converts to Islam. How Fatima in a way represents a figure which a symbol of the universality, inclusiveness of Islam. But for Massignon, Fatima also had a secret life. A secret life. It was a life of inner compassion, of prayer for the dead. She was a frequent visitor, we are told, to tombs, the cemeteries at night. A life of tears as well. The gift of tears is important in mysticism. Tears are a sign of religious fervor. It's a sign also of divine grace, a special favor from God. And historically we know how Fatima, of course, loved her father dearly. She was so distressed when the Prophet was during his last illness, and she cried and lamented apparently. But once she was seen smiling. Why? And the story is, there is a hadith, I believe, that says that her father told her how the angel Jibreel, the angel of revelation, had revealed to him that she would be the first member of her family to join him in paradise. Are you not happy to know you will be the first Syeda, the first Lady of Paradise, the Prophet said? And then Fatima smiled. So tears, but also smile. And Massignon also attributes to Fatima the very special type of veneration, forgive me for the Greek, hyperdoulia, which is, there is latria, which is own only to God, worship. But with doulia, which is a veneration which can be offered to a holy person, or even to angels. But he claimed that hyperdoulia, special, extraordinary veneration, were attributable to Fatima. And indeed, it's also attributable in Roman Catholic theology to the Virgin Mary. Also, Fatima has a very special kunya, which is a title given, honorable title given to a mother or father or child in Arabic. So a married lady is called by her kunya name, which is plus the name of her son. So, for example, you would have Amina, mother of Ja'far. She would be Ja'far Amina. But, well, Fatima had a very interesting kunya. She's called Abiha. Abiha, the mother of her father. It seems that Fatima was called the mother of her father because it was revealed to her that her very last descendant would be called Muhammad. Like the name of Muhammad. And of course, it's a reference to what's the name of the last Imam? Muhammad al-Mahdi. And so Massignon suggested an analogy between the cult of the Virgin Mary and that of Fatima in Islam, perhaps of the analogy of a title given to Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ, the blessed Theotokos. So, however, I want to offer here a modest caveat. Of course, the Virgin Mary is very high, very special in Christianity. She is full of grace, in the words of the angel. But, although she's unique, at the same time, there is a tendency today, quite I think a right tendency, to see her in continuation with the holy women of the Bible who preceded her. For example, we see her as one of a chain of pious, devout women, such as Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Leah, Hannah, and indeed with Hagar, the mother of Ismail. So it's important not to isolate Mary too much from her predecessors, but also, I submit, that could be true of Fatima as well. So, I must be brief. I want to suggest two values, especially for us, Fatima for us today. Spirituality, which is absolutely central to her personality and to any key religious experience. Suffering is supposed to enrich spirituality, bring us closer to God. But also, and here I want to be a little bit controversial, because I like to be controversial. I want to say, I'm finishing, that we talk about peace, but also I want to see Fatima and Mary as partly as revolutionaries, as partly as rebels, because, finishing with the words of a Magnificat, the Song of Mary in the New Testament, when the angel says, the words of the angel, the response of Mary to the angel, God has put down the mighty from their seat, and has exalted the humble and meek. He has shown strength with his arm. He has scattered proud in the imagination of their hearts. God has filled the hungry with good things, and the rich he has sent empty away. Mary as Fatima as spiritual revolutionaries. Well, why not?